This might be the most bizarre week of covering wrestling between Jeff Hardy, Vince McMahon, and literally all of these injuries and everything that is happening in wrestling. This is the most crazy week I've ever experienced covering wrestling. And now today we got this massive update on Vince McMahon. I'm sure your favorite YouTube channels are talking about it, but I want to offer a different perspective. And let's just look at this. Bloomberg posted this article. Everybody's covering it. TMZ, WWE even responded, so we'll go to their tweets and stuff. WWE says CEO Vince McMahon to step back during misconduct probe. World Wrestling Entertainment, Inc. said Chief Executive Officer Vince McMahon will step back from his duties while the board investigates allegations of misconduct by him and another executive. McMahon, who is also chairman, will retain his responsibilities related to the company's creative content during the period, according to a statement Friday. Stephanie McMahon was appointed by a special board committee to serve as interim CEO and interim chairwoman. I have pledged my complete cooperation to the investigation by the special committee, and I will do everything possible to support the investigation, Vince McMahon said in a statement. I have also pledged to accept the findings and outcome of the investigation, whatever they are. The move comes several days after a Wall Street Journal report citing people familiar with the matter described a secret $3 million payment McMahon made to a female former employee with whom he allegedly had an affair with, as well as a non-disclosure agreement with other employees. The investigation is also looking into similar arrangements with John Laurinaitis, a former wrestler who manages talent relations for WWE. WWE's board said Friday that it has engaged independent legal counsel to assist in the investigation and will work with a third party to conduct a review of the company's compliance program, human resources function, and overall culture. WWE tweets out today that Mr. McMahon will appear on SmackDown at 8 p.m. live on Fox. So that just goes to show you how crazy all of this is. Now, we're going to go on Twitter. Stephanie McMahon came out, WWE Corporate came out with their statement. So this is WWE's article. And basically, for those who don't know, today, WWE and its board of directors jointly released a statement. Independent directors continue to review of alleged misconduct. Stephanie McMahon named interim CEO and chairwoman. So basically, WWE gets to the point where they announce that a special committee of board is conducting an investigation into alleged misconduct by its chairman and CEO Vincent McMahon and John Laurinaitis. So there's a difference. If we go back here on Twitter, Mr. McMahon, right? Mr. McMahon, Vincent McMahon. So it appears that WWE is going to have Mr. McMahon on character, on TV, explain his departure. What is happening here? That's what I want to know, because honestly, this is so strange. John Laurinaitis, head of talent relations, and that effective immediately, McMahon has voluntarily stepped back from his responsibilities as CEO and chairman of the board until the conclusion of the investigation. McMahon will retain his role and responsibilities related to WWE's creative content during this period and remains committed to cooperating with the review underway. Wow. So this is obviously much more insane and crazier than we thought. Can we talk about this for a second? Mr. McMahon will appear on SmackDown TV. He's going to appear on SmackDown. What the hell is going to happen? Is Mr. McMahon going to walk down into the ring and address the crowd? Is he going to be in his office with no crowd in sight? It should be a very, very interesting situation for tonight's SmackDown. But as you can imagine, I'm pretty sure everybody's going to talk about it, because if you look at what's trending, Vince McMahon, Nick Conn, WWE boss Vince McMahon stepping aside. Everybody's talking about this. Vince's daughter, Stephanie McMahon, has been appointed by a special board committee to serve. Literally every single person is talking about this. This is the biggest story in pro wrestling. Guys, let's talk about this for a second. In terms of the investigation, we'll have to wait and see what happens. Simple as that. We'll have to wait and see what happens. it's hard to give an opinion on something you don't really know about. And truth be told, based on reading these articles, I don't know much. With that being said, Stephanie McMahon running the WWE interim is very interesting. And I know that there's a lot of people talking about this. There's a lot of people who are anxious to see what happens next. What I would say is this. Whatever happens next, happens next. Business will keep going. Your day-to-day will continue to keep going. That's pretty much all there is to it. Now, I have been asked by people in the comment section of my previous videos, what are your thoughts on Stephanie permanently running the WWE? And I have said time and time and time again that Stephanie and Triple H running the WWE probably wouldn't change too much about the WWE. And I think that's why everybody's paying very closely attention to what this is. That's why I think people are starting to pay attention to this, because this is going to very well determine the future of WWE. Stephanie McMahon is running the WWE in the interim, but Vince McMahon will continue to have creative control. Okay. So what exactly does that mean for the product? What does that mean for television? You guys see what I mean? This is bizarre. This is crazy. This is the biggest news story of all time. Because for so long, people wondered what would happen to Vince in terms of when he leaves the company. And right now, he is not the chairman or CEO of WWE. Because in the interim, Stephanie McMahon is running the shots. We'll see what happens. I'll give you guys more opinions on this once the investigation concludes and we learn more about this. Thank you all, by the way, for watching. And I'll see you guys if you're not in the Discord or social media. The links are all in the description down below.